Right, let's do a Cancel Me Now podcast. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cancel Me Now podcast, episode 44. My name's Isaac Butterfield. This is a podcast where we answer serious questions and ask serious questions. We do heaps of serious shit whilst drinking many beers. I'm here with the great man, Bluey Nielsen. Joshua, hello. But what's happening, mate? I tell you what, the Daily Blue, great Instagram page. You should go follow it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I hear you've been talking shit about Raptors. What do you got against Raptors, mate? Raptors are a great car. They're a Ford car, a Ford sports performance vehicle.
Ford Ranger Raptors are the automobile of choice
For legends.
for wankers.
What are you talking about? Well, what would you buy?
Let's go a bit of context here. Why are we talking about Ford Ranger Raptors straight off the bat, Isaac?
I allegedly bought one.
You've upgraded.
I have a Hilux Rogue, which is a great car.
Great car.
Great car. But I see the Raptors, they're bigger, they're burlier, they're manlier, and they should be mine.
Hiluxes are so good. They're what the Taliban were using. They were mounting machine guns on the back of, getting through the desert and blowing up the infidels. So
Well, there is
nothing wrong with a Hilux.
I've driven through Redfern with my Hilux, and I haven't done that yet.
Also
but
with a machine gun
with a
mounted on the
machine,
back.
well, you have to. You got to protect yourself,
Of course.
So yeah, I decided to basically through my business. I have a car because I travel for business, allegedly. And
Anyone from the ATO listening to this?
I am a businessman. I do business. And so I have the Hilux. It's a great car. And I bought the Rogue. I bought it in 2018, my first ever new car. I was stoked. So happy to buy it.
It's sick.
Bought it for $60,000 and I'm trading it in for $60,000, which is hilarious.
They hold their value.
They really do. And because of COVID and issues transporting vehicles and all that type of stuff.
And the Taliban have them
And
all.
the Taliban have got them all with the machine guns.
So they're in demand.
It's actually one of the options you've got with the Raptor is machine gun or not.
Did you want the mounted Gatling gun extra, or you're like,
Duh.
obviously,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yes, we decided, Dickie and I, to get a new vehicle, and every 4 years with the business, you usually trade them in, roll them over.
ipso facto.
Yeah, whatever that means. What does ipso facto mean?
I don't know. Therefore, ipso facto. It's on dodgeball.
Nice.
Ipso facto.
Ipso
I'm
facto.
boss.
And you know what I've got at my gym, to go off topic? I've got a towel, a gym towel that's from Dodgeball, the Planet, not
Globo Gym?
Globo Gym. But everyone thinks it's a Planet Fitness towel because it looks like it, like it's like the purple Planet Fitness towel. So everyone's like, oh, why would he have a Planet Fitness fucking towel?
The Globo Gym purple cobras.
Yeah, I got like
That's like one of the last funny movies I can remember coming out. Like that era of like comedy, like the Will Ferrell, like Step Brothers, Dodgeball, Superbad. There's been nothing funny come out for fucking ages. Like nothing genuinely funny.
I remember being at school and we were at a year 11 camp, and me and a bloke who I know who I knew throughout school called Isaac Morgan were screaming at each other Step Brother quotes.
Because that's all you did. You'd watch whatever the movie was, and then you'd just come to school and quote it. And you were like the funny.
And here's the problem with today's youth. They're not watching funny movies.
They're not
sitting there
quoting
watching TikToks, and now they're going to school going,
Yeah, I hate
fucking
kids.
losers.
I hate anyone
them.
under the age of 25. I hate.
I think they should be king hit.
Producer Gabe.
Producer Gabe. Oh, so now we've got... Oh, okay. So Gabe's worked hard over the weekend. He did some downloading, and he's got push buttons. Do you want to go... Gabe, you also have a microphone. Producer Gabe.
Hello.
Now, do you want to run through what the push buttons do?
He's got sound effects programmed.
Okay. Am I coming through, right?
Yeah, sound good.
We got the iconic The Rock wrestling.
Shut up, bitch!
Okay, so that's The Rock.
I don't mind that.
Before he went to Hollywood.
Yep.
Now, you got to try and remember to talk into the microphone.
Yeah, I'm getting in front of me now. Here we
it
go.
goes with you. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. We got the iconic Matty Johns.
It was better than liquor.
These are all iconic too. You can call them all iconic.
Yes.
I think Bluey will like this one.
You'd be in jail.
Donald J.
You'd be in jail.
Gabe's no one can see, but Gabe's got a trendy like glue
Dad hat.
superstore dad hat on, like obviously that young cool uni students wear, but it looks like a MAGA hat. It's like red with white writing, and when I got here, I thought he had a Donald.
Shut up, bitch!
There was so many that I did. There was so many I didn't really like. There's a few poking fun at the boss.
What boss?
I'm a diva, bro.
Oh, these. Oh,
That's a quote from last week.
Apparently, I said I'm a diva, bro. I am a star.
I like these sound effects. Good work, you go.
One more, but Butsy didn't like this one.
No! God, please, no! No!
I don't like The Office.
No!
I don't like that Office. I like the English Office.
Don't like either of them.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's got to watch. No.
You're tasteless. You're tacky, and I hate you.
I am tasty. All right. Therefore, as you said before, Gabe,
Ipso facto.
ipso facto, well done on your first week in the job.
Yeah, congrats. You're still gay though.
Super grinder Gabe, which I think should be his nickname.
I like Gumtree Gabe.
or Grinder Gabe.
Yeah.
Gumtree Grinder Gabe.
But back to the original point. So you bought a Ford Ranger Raptor.
Yes.
Now on my satirical
2002 model.
2000
Everyone keeps calling it 2003.
2020.
2000 yes.
2022 model.
Even yeah, I bought a 2022-23 model.
And in the Patreon, we're gonna reveal how much it costs because it's eye-watering how much you spend on it.
Okay.
Or you can say it. now if
no,
you
we'll
want.
talk about it at the Patreon. So go and check out Patreon, $1 a month. All right, that's all it costs.
And the irony is, if you pay the $1 a month,
You are paying.
to find out how much this car costs, you will immediately cancel your subscription
Because obviously I get paid.
because obviously this cunt doesn't need the money.
So go and check out Patreon right now. We will basically every week after this we do a Patreon exclusive podcast. So go and check that out. Isaac Butterfield on Patreon. Just search it on Google if you don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't be on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, get out of here.
But I bought it, and you take issue. You take issue.
So on my satirical page,
You're still using that? You're still giving that a go?
Not really. But I've written multiple articles about. The guys who drive Ford Ranger Raptors are generally wankers. I feel like they're the vehicle of choice for like wankers. Like they're sort of
Why?
atypical. Well, it's a big if you I don't know if we can get a picture of a Raptor up. Google it.
No, we can't.
Google it. Well, of course we can't. Gabe's got no idea.
I'll work on it next week. I'll
Yeah,
get pictures
thanks,
up
mate.
for you.
One thing at a time, eh, Gabe? They're a big, bulky, jacked up. Mate, I'm gonna no more sound
no more,
effects.
no more.
They're big, bulky, jacked up, black, just aggressive.
So you have a problem with the color. Black. Is it black? You just don't like black?
I didn't realise
I don't
until you said
see
it.
color. That's my thing. I don't see color. So I don't know why. Because they asked me, what color you want? I said, I don't see color.
anything but yellow.
Anything. I don't want to run off the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
They're just like FIFO workers, like blokes who just tow jet ski.
They
Nothing ever goes in the tray of a Ford Raptor.
bullshit.
What
bullshit?
What? jet ski life jackets.
I will put my water bottle for the gym
Yeah.
and my gym bag.
There's nothing.
And that's it. And their groceries.
Oh yeah.
And because I don't know if you know this, Daily Blue. I reckon, by the way, before I say this next bit, I think you should change the Daily Blue to not just posting articles, but you should post things with yourself in it as well.
Yeah. Agree. Well, I'm all out of ideas for articles, so I'm glad you said that
But
because
you're a funny dude. I think you should post more stuff with you. A couple of selfies here and there with something funny on it.
a few rod shots.
Cock shots.
I mean, why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Look.
How's this? This is probably getting a bit too personal, but I'll share it with the members of the Cancel Me Now family. I love you.
Love you guys.
We've been having issues with scammers on Facebook. A lot of people have issues with scammers on Facebook, Instagram. You know, the hot chicks are like, fucking, oh my God.
They pop up in the comments and they're like, I'm so lonely.
Oh, check out my last story. I came in it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yet to find one that came, actually. I checked them all.
They never come. Anyway,
Thoroughly.
it's disgraceful. Just squirt for once, please.
Please.
So I went through, I posted a very particular post on Facebook recently that got a lot of likes. 40,000 likes, actually.
Not counting.
Not count.
40,000.
Anyway,
Nothing
I'll
to
reveal
sneeze
what
at.
that post was in a second, and we'll talk about it because it's important. But I also happened to check it out, and there was someone pretending to be me. Now, on Facebook, because I'm a big deal, I got a blue tick. Big
course.
deal. Let's say, hey, it's actually me. And I guess one of the reasons they do that, not just to make people feel better about themselves, is to show that you're actually dealing with the person, particularly when money's involved. Like
For
if you're buying
sure.
tickets or whatever, you want to make sure it's the right person. Anyway, I checked it out, and someone's using my name, and they're saying, hey, you've won $5,000, come and do this and do that and claim your money. And anyway, some people have been scammed and they've lost money.
Oh, you're kidding.
And I've reported this to Facebook 1,000 times, and other people have too. And it always comes back saying, "Oh, your report nothing happened from it, or nothing came from it," which is
Fuck.
bullshit, right?
How's they'll take a post down if you show nipples or tell someone to fuck off. But then someone's scamming people out of
Whose
hard-earned-
nipples are you showing?
I mean, mine would get taken down in an instant. They're like
Hope so.
cut in half ping pong balls, but
Really? Big Devon sandwiches.
oh, they're big.
So, Fritz sandwiches. Not everyone uses the word Devon. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why?
I did a joke about Devon. I tried to write this joke about Devon and, not Devon, Cabanossi.
Yep.
About Cabanossi is like anal sex. Like, no one really wants it unless it's not available.
And then you
Like, if it's like on a cheese board. If it's always there, you don't care, you don't want to touch it. But if someone turns up with a cheese board without it, you're like, I really want Cabanossi. And they say, you're not having Cabanossi. You're like, yeah, no, I want Cabanossi. But if it turns up all the time, you're like, I don't want Cabanossi.
yeah, and it's kind of like anal too, and like your breath tastes bad after it as well.
Exactly. Now, I stopped using the word Cabanossi because a lot of people don't know what that is. Then I started using the word Devon. Turns out a lot of people don't know what that is, so I just abandoned the bit.
That's funny because a lot of I understand people not understanding what Cabanossi is at your shows because there's a lot of uncultured swine.
Please.
That attend in the mass. But then Devon,
So
that
they
should be their staple.
In Devon circles,
Yeah, literally.
in Victoria, they call it Fritz. It's a whole thing.
I hate that place.
Anyway, so these people, where did I get onto Devon chat?
We were scammers. We just got sidetracked.
Sidetracked. Anyway, Devon. We'll talk Devon on the podcast.
We'll talk Devon in Patreon.
No, Patreon podcast, Devon chat. So they're offering them money, all that type of stuff, and then they actually take their details and all that and steal it and scam it. It's horrible.
That's not good.
But a guy sent me one the other day saying that, and he showed me a photo, and I saw it and I posted about it, and it turns out, this is what I believed, that the scammer had sent a dick pic, pretending to be me to this dude.
Oh no,
So I posted about it, blowing up.
that's terrible.
And I actually got onto Facebook, and the lady looked at it and said, okay, yep, we'll sort this out. We'll get rid of this scammer, which is great. I actually want someone who's a hacker to contact me.
I'd love to get a hacker on the podcast.
I'd love to get a hacker on the podcast, but I want a hacker to fucking hack it back.
Revenge hack.
Yeah, I'd love to do a video about that.
You want to hack them back?
Hack back the crack sack. That's what I want to do.
Of course.
That's what we'll call it. Now, I saw the dick pic, and I blew up about it. And the guy messaged me. He said, "Nah, man, you got it all wrong. I sent the hacker the dick pic."
Oh no! So the guy who was getting scammed retaliated
by sending the hacker a dick pic on Facebook
with an aggressive rod shot.
And I have the shot. I can show you.
You know what? That's probably not a
good
bad
reaction.
idea. You know, they say like if your house is getting broken into and you're nude, just run it whoever's broken in because it's like very confronting.
I'm
like
not going to recommend that we all get nude and send nude photos to scammers.
But if you are getting scammed, it's probably not a bad. It's like a porcupine.
You'd
Like
be
a
in
good-
jail.
It's probably not a bad defense mechanism. Like
It is. I'm trying to find this photo. I'm not ignoring
they
it.
probably don't get the rod shot on.
No, I'm not going to show.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to. We'll get it on Patreon.
Yeah, yeah, we will. Oh, I love this. Love this whiskey. Great stick, whoever.
I'll cut to the
It was
wide
a
shot.
good-
I don't. No, it's yeah.
You cut to the wide shot.
Yeah, we're wide,
cut
so
to
you
the
can't
wide
see
shot.
it.
Great stick, whoever. It's all right. It's time. Like it, the
Oi.
not his stick.
Poor
the
bloke.
picture of it. No, great stick. Very impressive. That is intimidating. That's very funny. That's very funny that it went up like that as well. No, you got it wrong. It's my cock.
It's my cock. He's like, nah, man, you got it all wrong, bro.
That's
it's
a
my
great-
cock. And I was like, fuck it.
It's funny
Jesus,
that
mate.
his head went there first. It's like, I know how I'll show this bloke.
Here's me, Roger.
He's hard as a fucking.
So some poor cunt in Nepal has just copped this big fucking eyeful of old mate's
Not
Roger.
Poor cunt. He's hacking.
I know. But yeah, no, you're right. Fuck him.
So he's gone out of his way to send you his cock.
No, he sent me
But is
a
his cock in the
screenshot-
photo?
He sent a screenshot of the conversation and his cock happened to be in it, Gabe. This is what's happening. Okay, just between me and you. Gabe's trying to see if he wants to see the dick.
You can see the dick afterwards, Gabe.
You see enough dicks on Grindr, Gabe?
You're doing nothing to shake the nickname Gay Gabe at the moment. Well, that's not good. But the hacker's been dealt with.
I think the hacker's been defeated by the cock shot.
Well,
So I'm not saying to ladies out there to send titty pics to this hacker. What I'm saying, not to the hacker, yeah, to the hacker. To the scammer rather. He's not a hacker. He's just some fucking idiot.
he's an idiot.
What you should do is send cock shots.
Yeah.
If you are a lady and you get scammed by someone pretending to be me, look up. This is what I do when every time Claire goes to the bathroom, she leaves her phone there. I always look up big black dick and leave it on her phone all the time. It's hilarious.
Foolproof.
Do that, screenshot it, and send him a big black dick and say it's from the big man.
Not a bad idea.
I think it's a great move. Now, the reason that post that I had a lot of likes was Claire and I announced that we are having a baby.
They're pregnant, ladies and gentlemen.
We are preggers. It was announced last week on Patreon. So if you weren't here on Patreon last week, that's the sort of insides you get. Insights.
Yeah.
On Patreon. So that's why you should join for $1 a month. But man, what a full on thing.
It's so sick.
It's great. Like, I'm extremely pumped. I'm excited.
Anxious,
but I'm very scared.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's massive, and it's a massive life change. You know, we won't be able to do all the things we used to do.
What, like drink cups of tea and go to bed at 6 o'clock?
Listen, mate. Your attitude today's been off, all right?
My attitude's great. I'm so excited. This is fucking awesome.
It is great news, and well, I like a bit of a sleep in, so I'm a bit worried about that.
A bit.
I get up at 7:30. That's pretty early.
That's
pretty early. It's not.
I mean, some of us have been at work for an hour by then, but it's whatever.
What time you knock off in the afternoon, mate? 2 o'clock.
No, I don't. I fucking wish I'd knocked off at 2 o'clock.
But mate, that's why it's important to own the business.
Yes. Anyway, let's not talk about work. Let's talk about babies.
So yeah,
It's so exciting.
we are with child, and Claire is ballooning as we speak.
Yeah, she's like, I got a little belly. I was like, Claire, I've been sourcing pretty heavily lately. I got a belly too. It's all good. And she doesn't even have a belly.
Mate,
She's barely showing.
We had Indian the other night, and we both blew out.
Yeah.
We both looked pregnant.
Bit of trumpet bum after it as well, after a good Indian.
And it smelt like the dish.
It just smells exact, bro. Every time, because I'm very vanilla with my Indian chocolate. It's butter chicken,
curry,
cheese and garlic naan.
Yeah.
If I'm hungover, there'll be a can of Black Doc involved as well. Can of Coke, the Black Doc, because it makes you feel better and it's black. It's the Black Doc, though.
Oh, black cock. Gotcha.
The Black Doc.
Yeah.
But you're 100% right. As soon as you start flatulating, it smells exactly like...
It's the same with
honestly,
bolognese.
whatever's in it just comes straight out your ass. It's
But as you
hilarious.
said, we're not here to talk work. We're here to talk
we
about
need to talk poos.
babies.
We need to talk bowel movements. I mean, babies.
So we've got Claire's through her first trimester, which is great. That's as of the last couple of days, and that's the most nerve-wracking time. Miscarriages happen, but post that, but that's the most nerve-wracking time. And one of the things we decided to do was tell people earlier, like our friends and that. So obviously we didn't tell Gabe, but we
Got me.
gotcha. You know what I noticed the other day is Claire did one of those, like the turn of phrases.
Yeah.
And she nailed it like a comedian would on stage.
Yeah.
Like this
Claire's very funny.
She's the funniest woman I've ever met. She said this the other day too. She goes, "Why aren't women funny?" She said, "I was at this thing the other day, and they're just not funny."
I mean, she's not just funny; she's insightful.
She said like I was cracking jokes, and none of them laughed. They just looked at me like I was being serious, and I was like,
she's an astute observer, and she's funny.
because our neighbour was saying, they were there, and there's these random chicks that they were at the same shindig, but they didn't know, and it started raining. And it started coming in, and it was like getting on the table. And she goes, "Oh, someone's pissing on us." And all the other women were like going, "No, it's the rain."
Yeah.
I was like,
Clary's got that real
she's
out there. And she's funny.
She's a mad bogan like a bloody husband.
It's good.
And anyway, so
And there's gonna be a little bogan baby,
little bogan babes. And man, we decided that this was like the plan. Like we planned this year to tour, get married, have a baby, and we fell pregnant very quickly.
Great swimmers.
They call me Thorpey.
They reckon he's got some lethal swimmers.
Like I don't know if my swimmers are full of like coronavirus or something, but it was infectious.
Yeah.
Like it was on.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
it was
swimmer.
dangerous. Like I am the most
They call you Hawkeye.
insatiable ejaculator.
Just dumping loads.
Just dumping loads. But no, I was very proud of myself. But it is nerve-wracking even trying.
Fucking oath it would be.
It's like, because it's scary. Obviously, you're locking yourself into a contract here.
It's a big
commitment.
Oh, yeah.
But also, it's like there's a bit of pressure on you to perform.
Yeah.
And I don't know if other dudes have had this issue as well, but there was times there where I nearly pulled a hamstring and had to feign an injury. I was
You
like,
get in your own head.
you get in your own head. You're like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do the job.
I suppose with the like trying for a baby though, it's not actually about like if you're just like pulling a bird and you want to impress it and want to be a start a good route, that to me is more pressure than like because I can come like that and have many times.
Please don't.
But like that's what like you know what I mean. You're trying for a baby. It doesn't matter how quick you come. You just got to come.
Yeah, but it's that.
But like
it's the pressure of having to Do it.
What, come?
That's what you get in your own head. I'm
the
telling
easiest
you.
thing in the world.
No, here we go.
I've come twice since we started this podcast.
Well, let's wait. Wait until you and Jessie finally, when she finally propose to her and make an honest one.
When I finally root her.
I know you've been at work heaps recently.
Just kidding. I've rooted her heaps.
Poor Jessie.
Oh, yeah. No, that to me, yeah. I mean, like, that's more pressure is like satisfying a woman. That's more pressure to me.
Hang on.
Than getting one pregnant.
No, I've never heard of this concept.
What?
Satisfying a woman?
What are you?
Why?
What are you talking about?
What
Why
for?
the fuck would you want to do that?
Who does that help make what?
Yeah.
Does that help them have sex? I don't
I know.
understand.
Apparently, you're supposed to.
Nah, fuck that, man. I'm flat out.
Not on this podcast.
I got a fucking raptor.
Not on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
So, there was a bit of pressure, but the pressure subsided.
Pressure makes diamonds, mate, and babies.
Diamonds, babies, and
And
rabies.
Claire's got both. She's got a diamond
She
and a
does.
baby.
She's got a big rock and a big baby.
Yeah.
So, but it all ended up quite well. So
It's
well
so
done.
exciting, man. Congratulations.
And
I'm so pumped.
I won't-
This has been a huge year for the Butterfields.
It really has.
It doesn't get like if you're talking about life milestones.
Well, how about this? In the last 12 months, we bought a house, got married, and had a baby.
that's the big
we're
three.
Pregnant and toured around the country.
That's-
And
Yeah.
so it's
You may as
been-
well kill yourselves now.
Well, no, we've got a suicide pact.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the baby at a fire station.
Leave it
and-
some coin. It'd be sweet. What else is there to do after that?
Well, I'll leave it the podcast. It'll be hosted by the little baby Butterfield. And
Yeah.
it'll be good.
I can't wait.
But no, I mean, and I know a lot of people out there, like, they try and scare everyone. They're like, oh man, your life's gonna change. It's gonna be ruined. We're
Who says
thinking
that?
you would be surprised.
No, I actually do think that.
how many people just go, oh, whoa.
The people who say that are people who like love getting on the piss and think
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're like because you can't go out on the piss every weekend.
The
It's like-
people who say that are also the people who 6 months earlier were going, when are you going to have a baby?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
time to have a baby. You're going to have a baby. And then you get pregnant, like, you idiot, you fell for it.
Ooh, what are you doing that for? You're like, you fucking said.
You told me, bro.
You
I'm
said
just trying to be your friend.
What are you doing?
So it's a very weird thing when you find out that it's worked.
Yeah,
Sorry, my gardener's arrived and the
that's all right. You
the
can't hear it.
whippersnipper's going.
That's all good.
Um,
My God, sorry, the gardener's here. You fucking.
I tell you why I hired a gardener. I tell you what. I'm a diva, bro.
Did you guys tee that up? Did you set that up?
What?
Are you guys setting up sound? It's fucking.
My gardener's here. He's a fucking random dude. I paid $20 to mow my lawn.
That's all right.
But-
That's a gardener, bro.
Let me tell you why. Because to get the lawnmower, I've got to carry it over my head to get it past the fucking gate. All right, that's why I'm not just a fucking. I used to love mowing the front lawn, but I did me back in.
I'm not just a wealthy, lazy wanker. There's a reason for it.
And you've seen my backyard. It burns
Yeah.
1,000 calories just to fucking mow it. So I do that. So leave me alone.
The backyard does look unreal. The backyard does
Shut
look
up,
unreal.
Does look.
Oh,
Hello.
that might be the gardener. Hello.
Hey.
He's just making sure he's doing the right house.
Yeah. Hang on. Do you want to continue?
Yeah, I'll continue. Actually, let's have a quick get to know Gabe.
Yeah, let's get to know Gabe.
Flick the mic on, mate.
Righto.
And do not fucking touch those sound effects while I'm talking to you.
Righto.
So obviously I've been just calling you Gay Gabe since I met you last week. What's your actual name, Gabe?
Gabe Thomas, straight for the record.
Yeah, no one cares. Awesome. What do you do? What's your what are you doing?
I'm currently employed producing this podcast, and when I'm not doing this, I'm working casually, doing not a whole much interesting. A tobacconist.
A tobacconist. That's great because I smoke. So
Can't do
you and
much
I are
better.
going to get along just fine. Actually, being a tobacconist, you'll be able to help me. I've got a wedding.
I'm not a good one.
I've got a wedding in a couple of days, and I want some cigars.
Bro, they're not cheap.
Yeah, I know, but I got a lot of money. No, I don't. What's a like a normal kind of cigar set you back? I just want a couple to wank her up at this wedding.
Bro, like over $40 for one.
Really?
Yeah.
Must have rethink.
Yeah, I
I
know.
have to rethink my wedding gift.
Oi, what about old bud you saw putting the speeding cameras up? I saw that on the Daily Blue.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. So for anyone that didn't see it, there's a fella that gets around. Oh, this is Butsy will like this.
Yeah,
there's a fella that gets around Newcastle, and he goes on the app Waze, which is like user generated content for anywhere that there might be like speed cameras or RBTs
Like
or
maps, but with that stuff.
Yeah, it's maps with if you drink driving basically, and this bloke jumps on Waze and he goes around and he sets up wherever there's a mobile speed camera, he'll set up like 100 meters in front of it with a big yellow sign that's like tells people to slow down. And it's really funny. And even so, he set up, I just packing down a job the other day in Carrington, just outside of Newcastle. And this bloke set up like literally 5 meters from my truck. I was like, you beauty, that's hilarious. So I've gone and like said g'day to him. He's like, I'll be back in a sec. He's ran up to the mobile speed camera. He started filming the bloke in it. He's like taunting, like he's given the guy in the mobile speed camera like such a hard time. And he's come back. He's like, yeah, fuck him. They're dogs. Like, he's great. I can't remember the young bloke's name, but he was so funny. So yeah, if you're around Newcastle, you see him, give him a wave because he's very, very good value.
Fuck, he mustn't have much on, but if he's just parking up.
Nah, he doesn't. But like the world needs people like that. It's fucking it's very, very good. So yeah. But so yeah, that's you. That's us.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to the big fella.
I'm back.
Butsy's back. How'd you go with the gardener, mate? He wasn't knocking to make sure he's at the right house. He wanted his cash.
His kid run across the road. My God.
Jesus Christ. What sort of zoo is this?
Sorry. Well, that's how
I've just brushed
This
over.
is how I do the podcast. Now I just leave halfway through it.
That's all right. Cheers.
Cheers. So what are you
To
doing?
young Butterfield.
Oh, mate, how good. What are you drinking?
So this, you don't like this, but I like this a lot.
This is Sheepdog. It is really nice.
It's called Sheepdog Peanut Whiskey. Now, you're a whiskey drinker, and
I love my whiskey.
anytime we get whiskey out on the podcast, I try to be cool and have a drink with you. I don't like it. I've got the taste buds and the palate of a fucking 10-year-old. Like I'm a big baby.
Yeah.
This I like because this is not like whiskey. It's very sweet. It's almost like a liqueur. Like it's
So here's what it tastes like. It smells great. It tastes exactly like a cock-sucking cowboy.
literally.
Yeah.
And that's not a sledge.
That's exactly what it tastes like. So
Yeah.
it tastes like Bailey's
Frangelico.
Frangelico
It's
sort of
really
thing.
sweet.
So-
And I really like it.
Yeah.
I had it at a wedding I was at a couple of weeks ago. And then I brought it in here and you said, you don't like it. But
It's no, it's nice. Like it's here's how I describe it. Yummy.
It's whiskey for kids. It's like
It's whiskey for kids.
It's whiskey for kids. It's like menthol cigarettes. Like it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't like smoking, but you want to look like Meek, you want to look like you smoke. It's the same thing. Like
It's
I want to tell
nice.
people I like whiskey. I give
For
it.
what it is, it's nice.
It's great. I like it.
But I had it last night and I probably poured a double shot, which was too much. Gave me a headache. But I tell you what it's nice with, milk.
And I just had the remnants of my coffee
In with
a splash in it, and that was really good too.
So I told Gabe when he turned up the Savo, he turned up early and sorted some shit out. Good on him. I told him that I had it with milk, and he panicked. These young kids, they don't understand that whiskey, rum goes really well with milk.
You know who used to drink that, Gabe? The blokes who fought and died for this country. The Anzacs used to drink rum and milk. That's another thing this is why I hate anyone under 25, like
Makes
I was
me
saying
sick.
before. Some of the young blokes I work with didn't know what 2-Up was.
What?
Anzac Day just gone. I said, what are you blokes doing for Anzac Day? And they were like, "Oh, what do you, like, we'll just have the day off. And I was like, well, where do you play 2-Up? And they said, what's 2-Up? And I nearly flicked my claw hammer around and took to them. Like they don't know.
Anzac Day is one of the greatest days.
It's the same with Gabe saying, why would you drink rum and milk? Because that's what the fucking diggers drank, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I know 2-Up at least.
Well, yeah.
Well, you only know it now because we.
You only know
explained.
because I just said what it was. I reckon if I'd have come in cold, you'd have looked at me like the young blokes at work. You'd be like,
If I started doing this,
yeah.
If I started doing,
if
this
I
with the
said
kids,
head him up, if I just yelled at you and went head him up, you'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with Bluey?
you'd probably bloody have to get on bloody antidepressants. You'd be terrified.
Yeah. So this is anyway. Yeah. Anyone under the age of 25,
Make me sick.
fuck off.
So they used to drink it, and particularly Anzac Day morning. A lot of older blokes will have whiskey, rum usually,
Rum and milk.
rum and milk, and it's delicious with like a spiced rum, like a Sailor Jerry and milk.
A nice cracking spiced rum.
I was saying to Gabe before, when we used to play footy on a Friday night out at Dudley at the Nest, we'd go back to.
I've got so much news. I'm sorry to cut you off. I've got more news for you.
Oh, what?
Continue. It's on what you're saying.
Are you coaching?
I'm playing for Dudley.
Are you?
I'm going to play for Dudley.
You back?
I'm back. I know. That's what Jesse said.
When did this happen?
One of my best mates is captain coaching, Cookie.
Yeah.
And he said, do you want to come play for the Magpies? I was like, yes.
Fucking oath.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
I'm going to be playing for your old club.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a great club.
Yeah, it's a great boozing culture.
You'll love it.
I know.
I think
I'm so excited.
Signing Ethan Cook is a great move for him as a coach.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know who Cookie is, he was like he was one of the guys that like was the gun growing up and got into a professional system and then just had a career-ending injury, like to ACL reconstruction.
Didn't he have a couple of them? Or?
Yeah, he had one, then came back, and then so he was 18th man for the Panthers, who are the heavyweight now, and he was 18th man, so didn't get a game. Then playing reserve grade the next day, ACL gone. So he's one of the guys that like if he didn't do that,
But
he'd
he's
probably
not-
play like.
In saying that, he's not one of these guys like, I should have.
No, he's the opposite. He's from Gateshead, which is like a pretty rough part of the world. He's very down to earth.
Redfern.
Yeah, it's like the Redfern of Newcastle. But yeah, he's captain coaching. So
He's a great dude. But we go back to the nest after a game, and they'd never have the bistro open at like 8 o'clock on a Friday night. So you got to eat. If I don't eat and I drink, I piss the bed.
stand him.
So, and I prefer not to do that. Once I pissed on my floor, and I ended up, and this is a bit of an interesting one to reveal to the audience. I pissed.
This will be good.
So I woke up in my mum's bedroom on the floor.
That's not good.
Mum and dad were in bed, and I was laying on the floor in my underpants.
Fetal
which were wet.
position, piss pants.
I woke up and Mum's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I don't know." I walked downstairs, and I didn't piss on the floor. Actually, I pissed in my bed.
And then got out of your bed.
Got out of bed and went and laid
Went
on
and
my
found
mum
mama.
and dad's floor.
Mama, dada.
Weird. And my parents were upstairs.
I met a bloke in Ireland when I was playing footy over there, and the boys used to call him Puddles. I was like, why do the boys call you Puddles? He's like, boy, after I have a few, I piss the bed leak. And I was like, and then they're like, well, no, he actually doesn't piss the bed. What happens is when he drinks whiskey, he'll piss the bed. So he might have like 100 pints of Guinness and he'd be sweet, but he could have 99 Guinness and 1 whiskey and he's just puddles.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
So that's the plural of Guinness is Guinness.
It is
It's
now.
not plural, it's singular.
No, plurals.
They're
multiple,
plural,
yeah.
yes.
And it is now, yeah.
Well, there you go, Guinness. I like it.
Papua
no.
New Guinea.
But but it is. You have a couple of spirits, mix it in, or you don't eat. Anyway, so Jark, great friend of the show, Jark Previati,
Lunatic.
friend of mine. He's moved out to Queensland actually.
Yeah.
We would always have a whiskey and milk, or a couple of whiskeys and milk. He would also have Midori and milk.
Yeah. That's a
Or
weird one
what's
as
the
well.
blue one?
Like blue curacao or whatever it is.
Nah, it starts with an A, I think.
Alizé.
Alizé. Oh, did he have Alizé milk? He had something in milk, one of those weird liqueurs. But anyway, we'd have a couple of those, so we'd have a bit of calories in our stomach.
Line the gutties.
Line the gutties a little bit, and I think it did help. So if you're out there, give whiskey and milk a go tonight, or rum and milk a go tonight.
Yeah. If you're listening to this podcast, you want to unwind, pour yourself a nice rum and milk.
It's actually quite nice. We should.
Well, I enjoyed the sheepdog and coffee. That was lovely.
So that a bit of an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
Bit of an Australian coffee, sheepdog and coffee.
That's as Aussie as it gets.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, so what were we talking about with the whiskeys?
Well,
it
just
is
that.
very
It's whiskey
nice.
for kids.
So what do you think I should do as a father? What do you think I'll be? What do you think my number one strength as a father?
I mean,
Being
physically overpowering.
Being hot or
when he lips you.
oh,
being,
fucking knock him out. He's gonna. But this I thought about. He's gonna be big.
he or she. We
He
don't
or
know
she.
if it's a boy.
If
or
it's a
girl.
boy, he's gonna. Well, if it's a girl, it's gonna be big too. But if it's a boy,
If it's a girl, it's going to be so tall
gonna
and
be-
hairy.
I'm not made to have a girl. I don't think. I think I'd be a great girl dad, but I reckon that.
What do you reckon you're having? Do you know what you're having?
I reckon we're gonna have a girl. I've always said that since day one. Claire thinks the boy.
You'll have a boy, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
I don't know. My two of my mates. It's funny because I'm 30 now, and all my mates are starting to have kids, and like it's funny when you start talking about like, oh, what do you want, boy or girl? Oh, I just hope it's healthy. It's like we want boys. Boys want boys.
I wanted a girl. I've always wanted a girl.
Yeah, but you're gay. Like
No, I've always wanted a girl. Because I had younger brothers growing up, I felt like it'd be cool to just mix it up and have a girl. But that is the concern that something will go wrong. And this is what I was going to bring up before when we were talking about when do you tell people
when you're pregnant.
when you're pregnant. So
don't
everyone
know.
says you're supposed to wait till 12 weeks, the end of the first trimester, because apparently around that time it's less likely to have a miscarriage.
Yep.
But when I started thinking about that, I started to realize that the reason that people say that is because when people used to blame women for the miscarriages, right?
I mean, what?
Well,
we don't anymore.
I've continued to
I was
blame.
gonna say.
I've continued to blame them.
Why? Who else would you blame?
But I think it's shit. I think it's shit that you would blame the woman for that, and women didn't want to be, or the men didn't want their woman to be seen as an unworthy person, and then miscarry, and then they're a bad woman because of it. So they keep it secret, and it becomes their own pain. They might even keep it secret from their husband. And I think that's shit. I think you need to have people around you, and you don't have to go and tell the world.
But that's not the case anymore, is it?
I think it is. You have to. You should,
No, a lot of people tell their like you wait 12 weeks
Sure.
to tell everyone, but you tell like your close mates. You're like,
a lot of people still say you should
knocked
wait
her
12 weeks to tell people.
yeah, to tell. I think that's like to tell everyone.
I don't know. I know a lot of people that don't tell anyone until 12 weeks, even their mum and dad.
Yeah, but they're idiots.
Well, I think you should have don't tell everyone.
No, tell
Unless you want to.
You'd tell your boys. You'd be
Tell
like,
your boys, tell your girls, but
I got great semen. Come here, fellas. We're going for a schooner.
I think
to tell you.
if you should tell the people you want around you in times of need.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not
Because
always
then,
been the way.
like, yeah, but that's like, you know, you used to be able to give your missus a clip too. We can't do that anymore, unfortunately.
Good old days. Could you imagine hitting Jesse?
No,
Imagine that. Imagine how bad that would be.
but I'd
Like,
love to.
imagine
Sometimes
what-
I'd love to.
Imagine what type of person you'd be to hit your missus.
It's fucking bad. We were talking about this before. So like live podcast coming up.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about the live
Well,
podcast.
but like, so I've been doing a little bit of writing because I'm going to do my first 5 minutes. But I have, but the first thing I thought of was like, I've got jokes about like hitting your missus, and I was like, what does that say about me?
So the third. So we're going. Sorry, I was just looking up the date. 13th of November, episode 50. We're going to be live at the Newcastle Comedy Club here in Newcastle.
We're going to raise the bat,
It's only available at the moment to people on Patreon.
and I believe
It's extremely limited too.
Yeah,
it only
so-
has a capacity of 50.
50. And editor Lordy just messaged us before we started this.
There's only 30 left.
There's like 30 tickets left, so a lot of you guys are going to miss out.
So we've sold 20, but it only went on sale yesterday. So
No, it's all right, but like just a lot of it's not going to be big. But if it goes well, we could do a big one for the 100.
well, this is what I'm thinking. It's almost a proof of concept.
yeah. If it
So-
goes well and we have fun,
Yeah.
then
Can we do a live fucking show?
I said this last week and I'll say it again. Any live podcast that I've listened to suck for the listener, but for the 50 people
live.
there, they're going to have a great time. But it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a good listen. But it will be a lot of fun to do. And
Yes.
if it's a lot of fun to do and people have fun, I think for the 100 we go big.
we go big. We go big.
We go big. We'll suit up.
Yeah.
I'll get coked out of my head.
Yes.
Do something fucking real stupid.
Yes.
I'll go like full Steve-O.
Yes.
Like nail my nuts to the table. It's like just we'll go hard.
Okay, well, here's a question. Who should we have on the show with us
For the 50th,
for the 50th? Are there any special guests we should have on?
who do you reckon? I like the idea of just us, but like, what do you reckon?
I think we should have a couple of special guests.
Like, come in and out, or sit with us the whole time, or what do you think? What are you thinking?
I don't know. Maybe we could have a microphone and they just come on stage and just hang out for a little bit.
I like the idea of a Q&A with the audience as well. I think that could be fun.
Yeah. Have maybe a microphone that travels around,
Yeah,
sort of
for
thing.
sure. Because like the internet, as I say, the internet's always undefeated, and obviously these are the people behind the internet. Like we'll get destroyed, and it'll be really funny.
Well, we could do that. We could definitely do
I
that.
think it'd be great.
Maybe we could do a roast segment
Yeah.
where people from the audience could roast us.
Or we just roast the audience.
And, well, I think we should roast that. We could pick a couple of people. They
Yeah.
could, at the start, they could say, I want to be a part of the roast, and that's how we end the show. And they come up, they roast us, and we can roast them back live.
I've seen like sportsmen's lunches that I've been to. They have like, so they'll do like the first half of the show.
I'm gonna write some of this down.
That's all right. They do like the first half of the show. Then they have a quick break. But during the break, there's like a box with pens and paper, and people from the audience can just write questions that they have,
Yes.
and put them into the box. And then so after the break, we'll just go and we'll answer questions, and we'll be like, "Who the fuck wrote that? Stand up!" And like we might do that kind of thing.
Yes.
Do
right
some
in the
like
box.
some questions, bit of Q&A
Yeah,
with the
Q&A
punters.
right
I
in
really
the
can't
box.
wait. I'm really
It's going to
really
be great.
excited.
So it's the 13th.
Sunday the 13th
Sunday
of
the
November.
13th of November. It's coming up. It's a month away.
Bro, it's so soon. This year is fucking evaporated. I'm devastated about it. Well, I'm not. It's been a good year.
Well,
it's been a great year.
mate. It's next year's going to be crazy too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's going to be a fun show. I think we've got a few special guests. Maybe we shouldn't tell them the people who we got as special guests.
I
Maybe-
don't know. I don't know who we've got. I thought
Well, you know what I've done.
you've put the feelers
I
out
put the
already.
feelers out, and people go, "Yeah, I'll do it." But I've just got to remember who I said it to.
Okay. Do you remember anyone that no.
Yeah, John Bernard.
Hey, he's
keen.
funny.
I can never say his last name.
And
Carucci.
the comedy club is just like 100 meters from Newcastle's best kebab shop. So
Oh.
that Lebanese guy's going to love it.
Maybe we could all go to the kebab shop afterwards.
Well, I know John will be there.
The Lebanese community
He
represent.
played for Lebanon
I
in
know.
a World Cup qualifier.
and he played well.
I didn't realize. I was like, because I've followed him. I'm like, he's funny and he's ballsy. Like he'll do very silly shit. And then he put a clip up the other day. He was playing for Lebanon in rugby league.
He knows
and
what
he
he's
plays
good.
hooker. He's
Yeah.
fucking heaps good.
He's a gun.
So I was like, looking forward to sledging this bloke. I was like, he could fold me. He may fold me.
Oh, he will.
Yeah,
he will.
and will. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Talking about blokes who can play footy, the great man, 257 represent.
Croaks.
He's going to be there.
Nice.
He said he'll be there, so I'll have to remind him.
Nice.
Don't know about Ponga.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Ponga will come.
I'd probably not. He probably needs to stay inside for a bit after his,
Yeah, well,
his
I'll
last few months.
If he does come, we'll have to cordon off the toilets.
I don't reckon. Yeah.
Actually,
I'll go with him. I'll go
To
with
be
him.
brutally honest, if Louis is going to do coke on the show,
I'm doing it with KP.
maybe it's not a great idea for the Knights to send their
I'm
fucking
not
marquee
gonna.
player.
Don't advertise the show that like I'm gonna do coke live at the
Louis
show.
is going to do coke at 11 o'clock.
I might be high, but like let's just lay it down.
Yeah, okay. We don't want the police turning up.
Yeah.
We don't need to go NWA on them.
Nielsen's with attitude. You thought I was gonna say it.
I was worried. But
No, I
someone,
can't wait. It's gonna
someone
be,
should mock up.
and it's on a
NWA.
Sunday night.
Yeah, well,
so
you'll have-
that's like
You'll have to take work off the next
oh,
day.
100%. There's no way. So also talking about work off, I'm off work.
You're off work.
So obviously it's been no secret for the last 9 weeks, pretty much to the day that I've been
The business partner's back.
I've been getting fucked up the ass by clients, the blokes I work with, just scaffold in general. And so Jeff, my business partner, went overseas for what he told me was a month. He's back 9 weeks later. He's back today. 9 weeks.
So what? So now you're just gonna. Have you thought about working at the same time so it's easy?
Well, that's what. So
Wouldn't that make sense?
first, I
rather
want
than
to
just
make sure
like-
it's hard for him for a couple of days. But coincidentally, he couldn't time it any better. One of my best mates is getting married in Byron Bay on Friday, and we fly out Thursday morning. I need a haircut. I need new pants. I'm going to doing all that tomorrow. So I'm like on holidays right now.
Yeah, beauty.
So you can tell I'm obviously more value this podcast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because
You're excited.
I've got the fucking scaffold out of my ass.
You called me prior to, and I thought you were cancelling.
No.
And that's the worst when you cancel. And
I assume the views go down drastically when I cancel.
well, they probably do.
They
but
probably do.
But I get a bit shitty because
Yeah.
usually if it's only us on the podcast,
Well, you can't.
then it's just me, and I go
If I cancel, you ever watch the Tim Dillon show? You should just Tim Dillon just rant.
just by myself.
Just put a pair of sunnies on and just rant.
I'll just drink and rant.
Just drink and rant.
Okay, next time I'll do that. But,
No, it's great. And it's going to, like, because I have cancelled a bit recently because of work. Like, it's all back to normal
but
now.
I get that. You have a real job.
Yeah,
it's
but,
fine.
Like,
It's
whatever. No, but it's like, it's good. Cause
How
like,
long are you off for?
So so today we're recording this on Tuesday. So I'm off. Tomorrow's Wednesday. And I told him I'd be back on Monday, but I don't fly in. We're going to Byron. I don't fly in until about 6 o'clock Sunday night.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to take Monday off as well. Jeff, when you hear this, well, I'll have already taken Monday off by the time he hears this.
It goes out today.
Oh, shit. Well, he doesn't listen anyway. Fuck him.
Fuck the dog, wanker.
But yeah, no, I'm so pumped. Like, just, you know, like when you do like work, and then you get a bit of downtime. Like when we're going to Byron Bay, like Jesse, my partner, loves
Yeah.
Byron Bay, just cocktails, fucking food, sleep.
You enjoy Byron.
I enjoyed it because I'm like you. I don't like the sun. I don't like the beach. I don't like crowds and wankers. And Byron's full of.
You're going to the
wankers.
wrong spot.
But I do like drinking.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's one of my best mates is getting married up there as well.
It'll be nice.
It'll be sick. And like there's a heap of us going. So like this sort of group of us
Cool
is like
crew,
yeah, and like all the girlfriends are going and
Oh,
a
that's
few
a
of the
shame,
kids
yeah.
are coming. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's disappointing.
Well, what ruins all these places for me is I
It's
go
girls.
I go for work. Yeah,
oh
girls.
yeah, girls. Yeah.
I go for work, so it's sort of like it's not the same. And what ruins it is because if I go for a show, I'm not exactly relaxed.
Yeah, you're working.
I'm-
It would be like if I was going up to build a scaffold.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's
So
like
I don't spend all day like sitting back chilling. I sit all day going
thinking this could go badly. Yeah, 100%.
just white knuckling it the entire day.
And then you would finish, I imagine, and be completely exhausted, and then sleep, get up, and fuck
get
off.
up early.
Yeah,
but that's fine. It is what it is.
that's it.
It's still good.
But no,
fun.
I'm so
Not
pumped.
complaining.
Like, got some time off. I'm gonna fucking get so drunk.
I
I
heard-
could ruin the wedding.
Nah, fuck it. You'll be right.
Fucking.
I heard before when I was walking, I got through this beautiful Blastoise t-shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Pokemon t-shirt.
Gay as fuck.
Gay's Gabe.
That's gay as gay, bro.
We probably should ask Gabe. Are you married, single? What's going on?
He said before I did a bit of Q&A with Gabe while you were
"Oh, yeah,
fixing up the help, and he's straight.
I have a missus,
yeah." What's her name?
Lily.
Lily. That's
Shout
a
out to
beautiful
you.
name.
Shout out Lily.
How old's Lily?
Fuck. Now,
Gabe,
20,
that's
20, 21,
How old are you, Gabe?
24.
Is Lily's surname Pad?
That's That's shocking.
Lily pad.
That's shocking. That's bad.
What? No good.
Fucking stupid.
That's rude. Sorry. Sorry, mate.
Fucking hell, mate. Unfollow the Daily Blue right now, everybody.
Peanut whiskey's gone to my head.
Oh my god. Just let's end the podcast there.
Just can it.
Cancel.
How
me
far
now.
in are we?
We're at 47 minutes.
Nah, we
No,
still
we'll
got more
keep
time
going.
for
We
the
got more
freeloaders.
Damn it. Then we're going to Patreon. We're going to fucking unload.
We've got heaps to talk about. UFC, Perth.
UFC in Perth announced today.
They've just
Massive.
announced UFC in Perth. We've got to go.
Well, I'll be there.
Use your connections.
Yeah, I will. Dana's already called me.
And just make sure you leave your coattails out for me to jump on. And
Oh,
fucking hang
yeah.
on
I'll
to.
be brigging you. Don't worry about
No,
that.
we're gonna go.
We'll do something fucking real fun, I reckon.
Yeah.
We could even do a live podcast. Well, maybe not a live show. Maybe a live little Q&A, maybe a sportsman's lunch or something in Perth. That could be fun.
Yeah.
We could tee something up with some of the fighters. Who
And-
knows?
Yeah,
Work
but that's
something
exciting. So, but they haven't announced the card yet, have
No,
they?
it's way too far away to announce it. But
Surely Volk.
I'll say I'll
Is
go
he-
out on a limb and say Volk is Israel Folau. Israel
Is
Adesanya.
he Falau's going to fight a couple of gay dudes?
He's going to fight Carmichael Hunt. He's going to fight Israel Adesanya will fight. Whitaker will fight. Tuivasa will fight.
Whitaker might fight Charles Oliveira.
He may well.
They were saying that he might fight because he was like, because no one can beat either of them at the moment, so they might fight each other.
Well, Oliveira is fighting. Is he not in?
Is he going to fight Makachev?
Let me just double check this. I think that's exactly who I'm thinking of. Makachev. Let me just pull this up.
Charles
right.
Olive Oil.
Piss off olive oil. Yep, you got a low smelting point. Yes, Islam Makachev is fighting Charles Oliveira next Sunday.
Oh,
I believe
really?
It is, but
No, it wouldn't be that soon. Didn't Makachev just fight?
next Sunday.
Wow.
But here's the thing. There is a bit of a concern because he hasn't entered the country yet. It's in Dubai.
And he didn't make weight, and he's like, that's weird.
So, here's the thing.
Talk to Dana.
So, fucking listen to me. I'm about to say something. Alexander Volkanovski is the stand-in.
Oh, so
He
so it could happen.
He posted today that he is in Dubai and the UFC have passed his medical and everything.
So he
just in
could-
case. He may very well be fighting Charles Oliveira in 2 weeks' time.
I love Volkanovski.
I-
Surely he gets smoked by Oliveira.
Nah.
He's-
Volk's the fucking man.
Yeah, but he's like,
A former front rower. He can take on fucking Charles Olive Oil.
he was juiced up. He was on the squirt butt when he was playing in the front row, surely.
No way. He was
Have you
just
seen the
eating
photos of him. He's
just-
hairy. He's like,
He was just smashing pies,
you
man.
see the pimples in his back through his fucking jersey?
Nah, they're just man
the
pimples.
Dapto Canaries.
The Dapto, is that what they were?
I think that's who he played for. Or it was like one of the South Coast
The
teams.
Dapto Mad Dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was mate, he's taken bigger monsters than fucking Oliveira.
Yeah, but they're not
And he's
Brazilian black belts.
doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Mate, he couldn't
That doesn't matter. Don't worry about
No,
that.
the fucking old mate couldn't choke him. Old mate had him
Oh,
synced.
T-City.
Yeah, he had him synced in his
Yeah.
what he's known for.
Yeah, T-City. That's why they call him T-City, the triangle.
But he didn't know that's not a triangle. What you're doing there? Triangles with your legs.
But didn't he get him in a triangle
He had
on
him.
top of him?
He had him in a
Guillotine.
guillotine. Yeah, guillotine. Tight. And
Oh, yeah.
Volk was like, Volk did it to me. Not to be a name dropper. It's over,
It's
my,
over there.
It's over my side, motherfucker. We should have that as a sound button, a name dropper. Do you know the podcast, Gabe?
There's no way Gabe knows the podcast.
Which podcast?
This one,
This
that,
one,
you're,
dipshit.
that you're producing.
I'm missing the name dropper part.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about there?
Just the most important
It
part.
doesn't matter. You know what? Turn
I'll have it
Turn
ready
your mic
next
down.
week.
Turn your mic down.
Go back to bed.
Go back to bed, young fella.
Back to grinder. Yeah. So when he did it to me, it's insane, the choke.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way a real normal human can survive that.
I
So
mean,
he-
those guys are like technically they do it every day. They also train weights, food's perfect. They're already good at it.
Yeah.
All that, and they do it every single day. Like there's no way you're getting it. Like,
So a guillotine normally, let's say you come in and try to tackle me around the waist. A guillotine comes in where you're in that sort of position. I grab you around the throat, pull up, and maybe we're on the ground.
it's
I
like
wrap my legs around.
my head's here.
Yeah, this is great for people listening.
Well, get on YouTube. You
Well, that's
idiots.
why I was saying you go in to tackle me around the waist. I grab around your neck. It might be on the ground in that position, and then I'd wrap my legs around your hips, pull forward with my arms, push down with my legs that are around your hips, and you would sort of feel the squeeze from there.
You know a great
But-
defense for that?
What?
Same as the hacker defense.
Yeah.
If you just cracked a fat
If
while
you-
someone
if
had a
you had a
guillotine on
stiffy-
you, If so, because like what you're saying, your legs around my hips, you're exposed. Your freckles exposed. So if you bar up when someone's got you like that, I guarantee
Anything
you,
could happen.
they'll let go straight away.
Remember when I did a rugby league safe? Remember league safe?
Yeah, was that the trainer's course?
As a trainer's course to go be
Run
able to
the
run
water.
on the field and like help people, I guess, or give them water. They said with neck injuries, sometimes people can get erections. So he said if you're concerned about a neck injury, you can always check for an
I
erection.
must get a few neck injuries then.
Which is weird because he,
Fucking hell.
he was saying like, yeah, you can always check if you're not sure if someone's. You can see.
What,
if they've
check and see if they got a boner?
got- well, now I'm thinking about going. What you want?
I think he might have broken his neck. Oh, hang on.
There's just one guy per club. He's the boner man.
yeah.
Get the boner man out of here. So
This guy's hard as a rock. Get him out of here.
That's a normal. Fuck, Alex McKinnon could split a fucking.
I knew you were going to
He should get sponsored by Viagra.
crack fleas on it. I knew you were going to.
Yeah, they call him the fucking Iron Horse.
Leave it.
I did an Alex McKinnon joke in the Newcastle show, and it got the biggest ever.
Yeah, I can imagine.
great.
I can imagine.
So the guillotine, usually it's performed with the person doing the guillotine either standing up or laying down. In this case, T-City was on top of Volk.
Brian Ortega.
Yes, Brian Ortega was on top of Volk doing a mounted guillotine.
Which is like,
guillotine.
you're
super
fucked.
tight.
You're
There's no way out of it. But Volk somehow just
With his bald little Devon head. It would have been, and he was covered in claret too. He was bloody, and his head would have been so slippery, slipped out of it.
what a moment.
It was what, mate, Rogan was like coming in his pants watching it. He's like,
now that's the man. That's a comer. That's a comer right there. Rogues.
oh, that's Dana.
That's
he would also come in his
Close
pants
enough.
too.
So yeah, the
Uncle
UFC in Perth.
We got to go.
We're going.
February next
We're
year.
going. We'll book tickets fucking
Now.
very soon. It's going to be an amazing event.
Is it at Optus Stadium? I didn't even look where it is.
I don't know, but
If it's at Optus Stadium's probably, or I don't know. There's heaps of good arenas over there. Yeah, that'll be sick. Get on Uncle Dana, mate. Tell him to bring some Howlerhead too.
well, I talked to the people from Howlerhead, and they said they've got to sort some shit out.
When are they going to start selling it in this
They've got
country?
to sort some shit out with the legalities of selling it
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's very, very hard to sell something in Australia.
State to state in America, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Mark Norman and Sam Morrill just brought out their own whiskey, but it's different.
really?
They're New York comics, but they're struggling. There's a lot of places
Well, I
a
think it's
whole
the same
thing.
with the Nelk boys. They've only been releasing it in certain states.
It's a whole thing. So I can imagine if you're a foreign company trying to get it into, here, we barely let brown people in the border, let alone brown liquor. So
Let's make sure that stays the same.
of course,
Goodness me.
of course.
I think bring brown people in. Fucking stop the Kiwis coming in. They make me sick.
Nah, hang on, that's half my workforce, mate. Hang on, wait a sec. They're putting up scaffold for me, the boys. No, we're actually probably the only scaffolding crew in the country without a Kiwi working for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why we're going so bad.
Why do you hate people not from Australia? That's disgraceful.
I'm xenophobic.
Yeah, so the UFC's here. I'm having a baby. Claire's having a baby.
You're buying a Ranger
Ranger Raptor. What else? You guys were talking about university before the show.
I was asking Gabe what he does, and he said he's at uni. And
Oh, you are at uni.
I said that's a fucking
You
waste
don't
of time.
listen real well.
What are you
Willie.
doing? I thought you worked at
Told you
Smoke
I'm
Mart.
not there.
Yeah, but he's doing an online course at university.
Oh, an online course.
Online course.
What are you doing?
So
fucking-
you are enrolled at university.
So you're doing
I
no,
do
not
listen.
What are you
real
doing?
well.
Counter-terrorism or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not
something like
you're not enrolled yet.
It's just an online course. It's not through like university.
What is it?
Oh, so you're not at fucking university.
I didn't tell the cunt I was.
You just said I don't listen.
He doesn't listen.
What sort of online course are you enrolled in if it's not uni? If it's not an RSA, what are you doing it for then?
I think he's doing like first aid course or something. He's trying to claim
Check
it.
on
He's trying to
bonus.
impress Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Pad.
That is the shittest yarn.
She just.
bad.
So what are you studying?
Social media marketing.
Oh, no, there's heaps of jobs for that.
No, you'd be good at that.
It'd be good.
You'd be good.
Should go all right.
Yeah.
Got a good in now.
You got a good job
I know
out
a
of
bloke
it.
who does social media.
You got a good job out of it. Not bad. So yeah. So I've been talking to some people about university, and I think it's a fucking waste.
Yeah, of course it is.
I think if you go to uni, you're a dumb cunt. I think you don't have enough drive and you think someone's going to hand you a job on a silver platter. I think you are going to enjoy the rest of your life being in debt, and I think it is an absolute waste of time. Go out, get an entry-level position and learn the job, you fucking loser.
There's jobs you can't do that. Like if you want to be a doctor, for example.
Okay, obviously. Don't just turn up and pretend you're a doctor.
No,
don't,
but
be
like
don't be like a chiropractor.
Don't,
Okay?
don't be a dentist. No, but like there's jobs that you do need to go to uni for.
Absolutely.
But I agree with you.
You need a
except
tertiary
for
education for lawyers, doctors, all that shit.
That's pretty much it. Architects, engineers.
Yeah, even then.
You can't just turn up and learn to be an engineer.
But you could learn online. You could learn off YouTube videos. Absolutely.
No, but like you have to be qualified. Like if you're building a bridge,
you
can't just learn off YouTube. Like,
why not?
Because the bridge needs to stay up.
Why could you not learn that off YouTube, though?
You could, but I wouldn't want you building my bridge.
Well, mate. Welcome.
You know what? No bridges for you, Blue.
Well, isn't with Tesla they don't hire people who've been to uni?
No, that's not true. It's not a prerequisite.
Okay.
Like you don't have to have gone to uni.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but like you still need to know what you're doing.
Sure, no doubt. But you don't have to go and do pay the $30,000 a year to learn something. I'm not talking about engineers and shit. I'm talking about a business.
And
degree.
arts, business, communications, there's heaps of them that are just a wank and it's a rort.
It is a rort.
It's a rort.
It's a business.
Yeah,
it's upselling. It's like a large meal.
Someone, the chancellor. This is a few years ago. The chancellor of Newcastle University.
Allegedly.
No, it's not alleged. This is we can Google it. The chancellor of which is like the dean or the boss of the university here in Newcastle.
Yeah,
$800K a year.
You're going to say he was ate someone.
he ate someone. he watched that Jeffrey Dahmer series, killed and ate some students. No, he's on $800,000 a year, and this is like a few years ago. I learned this, which like tells you all you need to know. It's like what you like. That's more than the Prime Minister earns. Like it's fucking crazy.
That's more than I earn.
No, it's not. Listen, on Patreon, you're gonna want to know. You think the range is bad? One, we're gonna tell you how much a Ranger costs, and you wait till you hear what's coming after the Ranger. You wait till you hear what's coming after the Ranger.
That's cheaper than the Ranger.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you.
It's an outrageous purchase.
So this is from 2012. Oh, that's probably too long ago. But Vice Chancellor Nick Saunders was paid $620,000 in 2010.
And that's the Vice Chancellor.
Plus a performance pay of $120,000.
What's a performance pay? How many? Do you know why? Because they get so many like Asian students through the door, and they're just
really do.
And they all pay up front. All the overseas students pay up front, so they're just like.
So Newcastle Uni made more, and this is 2010, so I could go back and find out more.
So if
recent articles.
2010 and the Vice Chancellor got $600K.
How's this? They made $2 million from parking fees.
Yeah.
$644,000 from music tuition.
Where's this listed?
This is on
their website. They would have to. Yeah.
Why would they list this on their website? We made $2 million from parking fees this year. You idiots.
On that note, we've just hit an hour.
Oh, we'll go do a little more and then we'll
Give
go
a bit more.
We'll finish this.
$170,000 in library fines.
Who goes to a library anymore, by the way?
Well,
except homeless.
I remember when I went to uni for that very short period of time, you had to go and buy all the books, and the books are fucking expensive.
They're so expensive.
And you have to buy that particular book.
Use it for one class for one semester and then fucking...
The uni also got $326 million from federal government grants.
What?
And a further $10 million from student portion HEC fees. It made $12 million from investments. This is up from 2000, which is $12 million from its investments, up from 2009.
Is this still from 2010?
This is 2010. I'll go and find a new, more...
updated one.
This is it had 35,000 people across all the campuses. 27 camp. More than this is a good one. More than a quarter of the students come from low socioeconomic backgrounds.
Yeah.
So this is all people well in debt.
Trying to pull themselves up.
And people are like, "Oh, your fucking Raptors too much money. How about a fucking HEC step, mate?"
But the thing, like we were saying, like it's a raw, and like if you go back, the people I know now that make the most money aren't uni students, and I'm 30, so this is like you're making these decisions when you're like 18, 19. You're like, you think you're going to uni to set yourself up. You eat shit for 4 years at uni on no money and get yourself in 20, 30, 40, 50 grand worth of debt. And then you go into an entry level. Once you got your degree, you then go into an entry level position where it's pretty much work experience. You're earning fuck all for another like 1 or 2 years before you maybe get 70 grand a year.
Okay.
But then you can like you say, like you could be an apprentice when you're fucking 16 or 17. You're in the workforce by the time you're 22 on 70, 80 grand, and then you can go out and start your own bit. Like the guys I know now that are making money are people who worked when they were kids and now they have their own shit. This is a rort.
The University of Newcastle, the Vice Chancellor, this is a more updated version, Carolyn McLean, makes $845,000 a year.
That's the vice chancellor.
840. And
Wonder what the big dog's on.
Well,
Big dog would be on 7 figures.
Who's above the Vice Chancellor?
Well, the chancellor.
Is there a Chancellor? This is what you learn at uni.
This is called Cancel Me Now. Isaac, Cancel Me Now. Get me the chancellor's name and cancel me now.
Hang on.
Yeah, because you have like the president and the vice president, so you have the chancellor and the vice chancellor. I bet you the chancellor gets the privilege of not having their salary public.
I bet.
Because, yeah.
Paul Jeans, I think, is Newcastle's 7th Chancellor.
What's his fucking salary, more importantly?
The
The vice chancellor's on 800 grand.
um,
That's crazy.
Newcastle Uni.
But the thing with these academics is like, I don't, and like, this is obviously coming from a fucking scaffolder. I don't understand what they contribute. As in, like, they only contribute to education. They just like, do you know what I mean? They're just perpetual students. They finish
Okay.
one degree, then they get another one, then they get another one.
They're just
In terms of like the economy,
all they have is very good the ability to recall information. That's all they have.
but
You know?
like, but you know, I know that the science department stuff do a lot of good research and stuff too.
Okay, let's go to the University of Sydney, the Vice Chancellor salary package.
This would be huge. This would be 1.2.
1.44.
Wow.
$1.44
Wow.
million.
That's crazy.
That is fucking insane.
That's crazy.
That's so much money.
Think of how many Raptors you could buy
I'm going to buy all the Raptors.
with 1.4.
$1.44 million.
Let's go to the page.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head over to Patreon right now. Thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate it. Patreon, the link probably isn't below because
Oh, he's got it.
it is below. Wow. Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
You're good, Gabe.
Gabe sorted it out. Men from the boys. Head over to Patreon right now, and we are going to talk some more in-depth business.
We're
But-
going to talk money.
yes.
Specifically, how much you spent on this new car.
Okay, fair enough. So, Gabe, end the stream, and we'll start our new show. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.